5 tips to improve self-discipline immediately. A study was completed in 2006 concerning self-discipline in students and how it impacts their SAT scores. The results showed certain students were able to achieve higher scores because of their dedication to studying and inherent self-discipline. The others struggled and never managed to reach their full potential. Studying is not the only activity in life where self-discipline leads to better success. Self-discipline is important in fitness and nutrition for better health. Here are 5 tips to improve your self-discipline as soon as possible and reach more of your successful potential sooner. So listen close. These are not easy to follow. You need to think, and there will be challenges along the way. But when your mindset is in the right place, you can make it happen. Number 1, set a goal and finish the job. Let's say you are hoping to, write a novel shortly. You want it to be about 120 pages long. You have written down the plot and are ready to start. Good. What is the best way to tackle this project and remain, disciplined? Do you just set goals and hope for the best? No. To be successful, you have to not only set goals, example, when it should be done, but also to finish the job. Some writers will write as they please, but that is the wrong approach. It leads to procrastination, and you never actually finish the book or the project you're working on. Make sense? Instead, every day you should choose a specific, number of pages to complete and work your way up to that full 120 page count. Right? This tip applies to any walk of life where, discipline, self-discipline is required. You have to both set the goals and finish the job. You cannot set goals and then leave it. It's not going to accomplish itself, right? The reason people are not able to stick to their diets is because they set goals but do not finish the job. That's, of course, if you have the right diet. You have to be committed, of course, and if you procrastinate, you'll never succeed. This, might be the most important of the 5 tips to improve self-discipline. Number 2 is hold yourself accountable. Are you holding yourself accountable? Some people know what they're doing wrong, but are not willing to hold themselves accountable. If you're making mistakes, you have to become aware of these errors and then fix them. Don't wait for others to fix them. You know how to fix them. Fix them. You cannot just let the same things happen again and again. The people who do that are the ones that fail. If fixing errors is one of the hardest things for you to do, you will have to set out many punishments for your mistakes. You have to do what it takes to hold yourself accountable. And by many punishments, I'm not meaning, anything that has to do with self-harm. No. Many punishments is like, okay, I'm going to stop eating that cake today. Being self-disciplined is not as easy as getting up in the morning and turning on a switch. You have to work for it. Number 3, forget negative people and their opinions. Can't stress that enough. People around you are going to talk, and they will put you down, whether in front of your face or behind your back. Some of the most successful people can identify a long list of individuals who didn't think they'd be where they are right now. There will always be people, ready to drag you down. Most of them are not enemies, but in fact are people who care about you and quote unquote your well-being. Even so, you have to tune them out. You have to forget their opinions and remain dedicated. If you let them change your stance, right, it means that you've lost trust in your ability. So self-discipline demands self-confidence. That is the only way you'll be able to meet the goals you have set. It is not supposed to be a free ride, and you should not treat it as such. You'll have people who don't like what you are doing, but push forward anyway, or nonetheless, or despite them, right? Push forward. Number 4, list distractions and purposely ignore them. What are some of your distractions in life that, can be ignored. Do you have, to listen to a lot of music on your phone? Do you use the laptop to surf the web all day? Do you watch TV shows in binges and never take the time to do something productive? Well, there's lots of distractions. Even in COVID times, there's lots of distractions. Distractions vary from individual to individual, so success is going to come down to self-awareness. Are you ready to seek out these distractions and eliminate them? Be patient and look for all the distractions in your life. I'm not telling you to remove them forever. That is drastic and unnecessary, but instead set a time limit on each of these distractions and stick to it. This is what self-discipline is all about. Number 5, remove unnecessary decisions. Okay, remove unnecessary decisions. What you're going to do, what you're going to eat in the morning when you wake up. This is a question, some people have, and they're not, decisive what they're answering and tend to waste time and not make the right choice. Do you want to keep spending valuable time on this question, right? Thinking about things you should have already planned out. It is better to have your meals prepared, 3 to 4 days or a week in advance. Need help with meal prep? Contact me for more info. I can help you with that. This approach will allow you to move on with the rest of your day. So stop spending, 10 to 15 minutes standing in the kitchen looking at your options. Have it ready. Have breakfast ready. Have it ready beforehand and simply prepare it. Key word here is ready. Have it ready. Are you ready? This is why people who eat eggs and bacon in the morning are actually often disciplined. Making breakfast is easy and does not take up a lot of time. This tip is not just about choosing, the food you're eating, but about all those unnecessary tasks that people end up doing. So you have to eliminate them as soon as you can. Be efficient. It's going to save you a lot of, headaches in the long run. So if you're spending too much time making these kinds of decisions, you'll never get a chance to work towards bettering yourself in terms of health and fitness as a person as well. So you'll get lost in the details. So a lot of people say, don't think about the process, think about the outcome. There's a little bit of everything in that. So being disciplined is not a skill. You'll have to be patient. You'll have your ups and downs, and just because self-discipline does not come naturally to everyone. You'll have to be mindful of the mistakes you're making and remain honest with yourself. If you make a mistake, accept it and get better. Do what you need to, keep going, keep moving. People who don't learn from their mistakes are the worst at making improvements and will never increase their self-discipline. You have the potential to become better, and it begins with your mindset. Thanks.